active standing calf hamstring stretch. So I call this stretch the folding triangle, but we're making it active. So in a tandem stance, meaning one foot in front of the other, you're going to keep the front foot straight and you're going to keep a straight back as you forward fold into that leg. You're going to hold here for a second before coming back up and then repeating the movement for 10 times. After 10 reps, switch legs. Active folding triangle, calf hamstring stretch. Torso twist, trunk rotation. So this is a dynamic stretch where you're going to set your feet planted and start turning your torso from side to side. Try to look further and further back on each rotation. Torso twist, trunk rotation, dynamic stretch. Active side oblique stretch. Starting with your feet spread out wide to the sides, you're going to take one hand to the hip and your other hand's going to come over your head, reaching up and over to the other side. Coming back up and then reaching back over to the other side again. Continuing on, holding for only about 1 second at your deepest stretch point. And repeating for a dynamic, active, oblique side stretch. Neck rolls. You're going to start by rotating your neck in one direction, starting with small circles. You're going to open up the circles bigger and bigger until they're as wide as you can go. Keep rolling your neck around here. And then pause. And begin in the other direction, starting small before opening up wider and wider with your circles. Prone press up. We're going to start by laying down flat on the ground and our hands right next to our shoulders. From here, we're going to just press our body straight up, keeping our legs down on the ground. Pressing your chest and your chin up until you feel a stretch in your lower abdominals. Single leg plank. Taking yourself down to the ground in a plank position. Make sure you're creating a straight line from your head down to your toes, so your hips aren't up too high and they're not sinking either. Once you have this straight line, lift one foot up off the ground and hold here for 30 seconds to a minute. Once you've made it to 30 seconds, switch to the other side. To Bosu dome up balance. So starting with 2 feet, find the lines on your Bosu or the middle point and try to keep your feet an even distance away. Standing up tall and finding your balance. Bosu dome up balance. Single leg balance. Get yourself barefoot on one foot, stand up tall, brace your core, and try to keep your balance for 30 seconds minimum. Make sure you do the other side as well. Bosu dome up single foot balance. Find the center point on the Bosu with one foot. Step up. If you need, set the other toe down onto the Bosu. Find your balance. Raise your toe up and try to stay stable up here for 20 to 30 seconds. Keeping your arms out to the side so you can make micro adjustments to keep your balance. And make sure you do both feet on the Bosu dome up single foot balance. Bosu dome up squat. With the dome facing up, step up onto the Bosu, keeping your feet about an even distance. You want to bring them up out as wide as you can. I like to bring my hands out front for a prayer squat. Bend your knees, drop your butt down nice as low, and then come on up. Make sure you take it slow on that transition from going down to going up, so you don't lose your balance and fall off the back. Make sure you keep your weight even through your feet. And this is the Bosu dome up squat. Bosu dome down balance. Get your Bosu ball with the dome facing the ground and the flat part up. You want to hop up onto the Bosu, whichever way you can do safely. Come on up to standing, and then find your balance, making sure your feet are an even distance away from each other, spreading your toes out, and staying controlled. Try to stay balanced up here for at least 30 seconds. Kettlebell squat to press. Start with 2 kettlebells that are the same weight. Begin with your feet at hip width or a little wider and your hands up in the rack position or up near your shoulders. Take a nice deep inhale and engage your core. Drop it down, and then as you come up, press all the way up. Inhale down and then up again, and continue for your squat to press. Bosu ball curl to press. Start with the Bosu ball and have the dome facing up. Grab yourself 2 dumbbells or kettlebells. So as you're balanced, you're going to start by curling, rotating, and pressing straight up. So curl and then press. Curl and press. This is the Bosu curl to press. Abdominal bracing with marches. For this exercise, you're going to start by standing up tall, squeezing your abdominals. You're engaging your core so you can't really press in. So as if someone's going to come and tickle you or punch you, you brace your core. Now while your core is braced, you're going to lift up one knee and the opposite hand. Then to the other side, making sure your core stays braced throughout. Abdominal bracing with marches. Curl to press. This exercise can be done with a kettlebell or dumbbells. Start with 2 weights, same weights in each hand. Standing up tall, you're going to do a bicep curl, rotate your wrist, and then press up into a shoulder press, bringing it down, controlling it as you go into a second rep, and keep continuing for the prescribed amount of reps. Folding IT band stretch. For this stretch, you're going to start with your feet at about hip width. You're going to bring one foot up and over to the other side of the other foot. From here, you're going to push your hips back and go into a forward fold. You're going to feel a stretch going down the side of your leg and the back of it. Hold here for 20 to 30 seconds. Going to demonstrate again from a side view. Holding go IT band stretch. Starting with your feet hip width, side by side. You're going to bring one foot over and to the other side of the other. Going by pushing your hips back into a forward fold until you feel a stretch going down the side of your legs and the back. Hold here for 20 to 30 seconds before switching sides. Folding IT band stretch. Bosu upright row. Starting with a weight and a Bosu ball, you're going to step up onto the Bosu ball, first finding your balance. Then you're going to take the weight in both hands, holding it in front of you, pulling your elbows back as you lift your hands up to your chin, and then returning back down. Repeating that movement as you maintain your balance on the Bosu ball. Repeat for the prescribed amount of reps. Bosu upright row. Kettlebell single arm overhead reverse lunge. Starting with one weight and pressing it overhead. Take your other arm, extend out to the side. You're going to take one foot, you're going to step back, reversing your step and lunging down. Alternating to the other leg, and then just keep on going, alternating back and forth. After you've done the prescribed amount of reps, make sure you go to the other side. Active neck stretch. Starting in a standing position, standing up tall, you're going to bring one ear over to your shoulder, hold here for about a second, and then bring your ear to your other shoulder, holding for about a second. You're going to go back and forth, holding for 1 second at your most stretched point on each side. repeating 10 to 15 times. Shoulder rolls. Starting in a standing position, you're gonna bring your shoulders up towards your ears. You're gonna roll them backwards, down, forward, up, and you're gonna keep going in this direction for 10 to 15 repetitions. After you've done 15 reps, switch directions. Shoulder rolls. Weighted pendulum circles. Starting with a light weight in one hand, you're going to go into a bent over position until your arm is hanging straight down towards the floor. You're going to start by relaxing your shoulder and taking very small circles. You're going to do about 10 circles before switching direction, slowing it way down before you switch directions. Weighted pendulum circles. Active shoulder stretch. This is an across the body shoulder stretch. So from standing, you're going to take one arm, cross it across your body, hug it with your other arm, and you're going to pull in tight. You're going to hold it for a second, and then you're going to relax it. And then you're going to pull in tight again, holding tight for a second, and then relaxing it again. You're going to keep going until you've done 10 to 15 reps. Then you'll switch sides, doing the other side as well. Active shoulder stretch. Active tricep stretch. So you're going to bring one arm overhead, bending at the elbow. You're going to grab that elbow with the other hand and you're going to pull back until you feel a good stretch. Hold there for 1 second and then relax. Re-engage by pulling back again, feeling a stretch, holding for a second, and then relaxing it for a second time. Repeat until you've done 10 to 15 reps and then switch sides.